Hi, I'm Melinda Rose.
And I'm Lynn Savage, and this is Light Matters for August 3rd, 2011. In this week's 5 Minutes to Enlightenment, IPG posts record revenues, Coherent hits the flat panel motherlode, we preview the August issue of Photonics Spectra, and we let you know how you can win an iPad 2.
IPG Photonics reported another quarter of record revenue with its second quarter figure of $122 million, growing 81% over the second quarter of 2010. The results even bested its strong first quarter of 2011 by 22%. Marking, welding, and cutting applications were key sales drivers, with high-power and pulse lasers growing 134% and 52% year-over-year, respectively. Materials processing represented 88% of the company's second quarter sales. Telecom was up 175%, while medical sales decreased 23% from last year. Sales increased in every region, with China and Europe the strongest performers. Sales in North America grew 60% year over year. The company ended the quarter with $188 million in cash and said it is on track to spend approximately $50 million this year on additional manufacturing capacity, application labs, and sales facilities.
Strong sales in the microelectronics market, including bookings from a record $77 million order, allowed laser giant Coherent to post a third quarter profit of $19 million, the company announced last week. $100 million of its $210 million in revenue for the quarter came from the microelectronics sector. Commenting on the order for annealing lasers and optics for current and next-generation flat panel displays, Coherent CEO John Ambrosio said the company had, quote, hit the motherlode, end quote. The order will also mean the expansion of its manufacturing facility in Göttingen, Germany, and the opening of a laser discharge unit refurbishment facility in Korea.
In the August issue, Photonics Spectra is offering readers the Photonics Compendium, a special section assembled with the help of our readers who share their thoughts on their work situations in the job survey and in their answers to some other questions we posed. The compendium also features a timeline of this year's notable mergers and acquisitions and a sampling of researchers to watch. Joining us to talk about the issue is group publisher Karen Newman. So, Karen, how do you think readers will see themselves reflected in this special section?
Our readers contributed to the compendium in a major way, including through the Employment Satisfaction and Salary Survey. Photonics Spectra has conducted employment surveys for years, but this is the first time we solicited answers through a social media campaign on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We asked, and our readers responded in a fantastic way, making it a very successful endeavor.
Perhaps we can make it an annual August tradition. So what did you learn from the survey?
Well, I posted a question to an SPI LinkedIn group, and I asked people to think back to how they got started in photonics, and if they could, to identify a single technology or concept that really got them hooked. For some, the curiosity started early. Both Mary Lou Jepson and Frank Leard mentioned incidents that happened when they were just 3 or 4 years old. For Mary Lou, it was the fascination of a 3D picture on the cover of her Thumbelina book, and wanting to know how the lenticular image was made. For Frank, it was the curved window of his mother's front-load washing machine and how he discovered it would magnify ants and other objects depending on how far away he placed them and what liquid he used. He did say that his mother was not pleased when he used cooking oil. So those are just 2 of the really fascinating, thoughtful, and interesting answers we received, and I thank everyone who took the time to respond. It gave me some wonderful insight into the people who make this industry so exciting and successful.
The Mergers and Acquisitions section, compiled by managing editor Laura Marshall, lists all the activity in the industry from June 2010 to May 2011. And there's so much we didn't even have room for all of it in the magazine. You can find the entire list on Photonics.com.
There's much more to the compendium, including a list of exciting young researchers that we're calling Ones to Watch.
The August issue also includes a special section on photonics in Asia, as well as features by our contributors on new materials for better organic photodetectors, hybrid silicon lasers, and transformational optics.
And Lynn, you wrote a feature this month, too.
Yes, I looked at how UV fluorescence sensors sniff out pollutants in the water used in refineries and power plants before they cause dangerous and costly problems.
Thanks, Lynn and Karen. The issue sounds great. Well, that's it for this edition of Light Matters.
But before we go, we want to let you know how you can win an iPad 2. At any time between now and September 30th, simply share a link to this video or any edition of Light Matters with a friend or colleague. And make sure you copy lightmatters@photonics.com on the email you send. And you'll be entered into a drawing to win an iPad 2. You can grab a link easily by clicking the share and link icons and then copy to clipboard at the bottom of this player. Then paste that into an email.
As always, send your questions and comments about our show to lightmatters@photonics.com. You can also follow Photonics Media on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching, and remember, it's only 5 minutes to enlightenment.